in the whip, I'm in the wrist, I never switch.
Coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 50 to Mike. Bandit.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Jags grab it. He's at the 30. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Intended for Debo Samuel. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Let's go. 50 to Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. I'm going to run you over.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First down, Jacksonville.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, watch it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Niners' 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. King over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 3rd down, Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Garoppolo now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
11.
Garoppolo now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
For Deebo Samuel, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Back to you. I'm going back.
To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And running with power here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run with Fournette. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Let's take it inside his own 40.
Let's go! Let's go!
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Coleman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to put...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dee Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Buddy up. 56 is the mic. Watch the twitch, watch the twitch. Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw is King. Throwing on third and long. He's going to sling this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Garoppolo at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. First and 10. Coleman. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Miles Jack. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
At the Jaguars' 42-yard
Check
line.
like 50. Let's go, D.
On second and 9. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Garoppolo on first down. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Here we go.
The 16-yard line.
Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
13 yards on the play. That's another 49er.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite-level production.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
King now, off play action. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Can't be any more fun than that play for our back. A long running play that results in a touchdown. He's going to grin all the way back to the bench.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now King from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Check 56. You gonna see me in your You gonna see me.
Here's King to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
He's telling right here. He's telling the right. Telling the right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. King to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Off play action. King. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Fournette running out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
That's out to his running back, Fournette.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. King. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
56, Mike, 56.
To throw is King. Throwing on 4th down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
King now, operating from the gun. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there, and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. King. From the gun, he'll throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check safety, check.
He can run for it, and he will. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Here we go.
Jaguars 31-yard line.
Mike spoke both. What we got?
They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That's it. Big hit.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Come get some.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
You better be afraid of me. Slam.
Now again to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the draw, this is Fournette, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. King. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, King. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Coleman now. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't.
And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, jaguars Tart. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Telvin Smith on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And some room to work. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Here we go. Wait, check. 6 man. Check curls.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Jags grab it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's King. Going to throw again. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing still competing, still fighting.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go, here we go.
33-yard line.
Lights 50, lights 50. Who that? Who that?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the 49ers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they can